the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, they want to come out of the gate strong tonight. We've heard them talk about establishing the upper hand right away, not sitting back and playing it safe in the early stages. It's been said that Karl Anthony Towns is the prototypical modern big man in the league. There's no doubt that he's a star with all the potential in the world, but would you guys agree he represents the future of that position?
You know, I like him, one, because he's from Jersey, and he can play inside and outside. He's lengthy and strong, but he's very mobile, agile, and fruitile.
His skill set is coveted by every player.
Fruitile?
Oh, no question.
I got that
What's fruitile?
I got it from Dick Vitale. I don't know.
Fruitile?
I heard Dick Vitale say it.
What does fruitile mean?
Fruitile is like it's fruitful, but it's got a lot of tile to it.
But it's futile as well. It's a futile fruitfulness.
Got a lot of tile to it.
It's got a lot of tile to it.
Fruitile.
That means he can lay it down. He's got a lot of tile to his fruit.
That's right, Ernie. He can lay his game down.
He can lay it down.
And his game is sweet like fruit.
I'm so out of step.
Yeah, you're not a
Oh, it's
millennial.
time for the tip-off. See you next time.
The Utah Jazz have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend the home court here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Doris, we may not see a lot of small ball this evening. Two teams that are deadly operating on the blocks. How have they been successful with that, where other teams haven't?
Well, it's fascinating, Kev, because from a personnel standpoint, they have elected to play with size. And there's a commitment to that, pounding the ball deep into the post every trip down.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Towns in at the center position. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Favors with a screen on Wiggins. And the basket by Ingles.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now here's Butler. The pass to Wiggins. Towns, a screen on Ingles. Goes up off the pin. Oh!
Yes.
Goodness.
Oh, the ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Ingles. Ice ball movement by Utah. Favors with a screen on Teague. Rubio outside. Kicks it to Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Gibson. Outside Butler. The dish to Teague. Towns kicks to Wiggins. Back to Towns. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Wiggins missing.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Rubio the pass to Favors. Favors with the screen. Ingles kicks to Favors. Here's Jerebko. Here's Rubio. The shot from the low post is good. Rubio's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, that's the way it works. Good call, good finish inside by Rubio.
Towns the screen. Butler dishes to Towns. The 15-footer. Utah with the rebound. And here's Rubio. Jerebko kicks to Mitchell. They set the pick. He feeds it to Ingles. Rubio the pass to Favors. Dishes it to Mitchell. Got a piece of it and stolen by Butler. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, feeds to Teague. Towns the screen. Wiggins outside. Clock at 6. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Another miss by Minnesota. For Utah, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's Mitchell missing. Butler up top. Over Mitchell. Butler can't get that one to fall. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rubio with a wide open look. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, the catch and shoot game. Typically Rubio's on the passing end of it. Not this time.
Teague dishes to Towns. Over Favors. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Doris, when you watch Towns on the court, he is as large as advertised on paper, but moves and plays much more like a guard. It's something that you see more and more in today's NBA, and it seems like he's leading the charge.
No, agreed, Kev. This guy has the ability to handle the basketball like a guard, and that allows him to create separation with the bounce. He can hit step-back jump shots, can spread the floor. A lot to like about his offensive arsenal.
The first one falls.
You know, funny thing is, in his only season at the University of Kentucky, he didn't start. And yet Karl Anthony Towns becomes the #1 pick in the draft. So unusual.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Boy, when you watch Cat play out there, you can forget exactly how young he is. The poise and manner of a 10-year vet, and very aware of what is happening on the court.
Here's Mitchell. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
The Timberwolves trail. And while Towns does play beyond his years, he is definitely young, to the point where he was actually younger than every member of both starting fives, Doris, in the national championship game last season in college basketball.
I think it's got to be a scary thought for the league. That cat is still years away from what should be his prime. It's rare to see a player so young have such great court awareness. And I think that's the thing that separates good players from great players.
Now, here's Ingles. Over Wiggins. Here's Favors. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
For Utah, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. The feed to Favors. 14 feet away. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, Derek Favors has developed terrific form, and it's nice to see him continue to develop this mid-range.
Outside Teague. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Towns, the screen. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Well, a case where he dominates in close, but Wiggins so versatile on offense.
It's tipped. Rubio the pass to Mitchell. And Jerebko has it in the corner. Favors dishes to Rubio. Doesn't go that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Teague. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And really one of the quickest guards in our league. Jeff Teague just puts tremendous pressure on your defense when he's attacking the paint.
And the book on Teague, Greg, is to make him an outside shooter. You don't want him getting to the rim.
I mean, he's a good finisher around the rim. His outside shooting, although streaky at times, not bad, but not great either.
That one drops. He ties it up.
I would say Jeff Teague's jump shot is solid, maybe not elite, but one area where he is elite, guys, for a point guard is getting to the free throw line. Over the last 4 years, consider this, almost 5 trips to the foul line a game.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Teague, an all-star in 2015. He is blazingly quick.
He really is, Kev. He's got that great first step, and as aggressively as this guy plays, he keeps a very mellow disposition. You rarely see this guy act ruffled.
Now, here's Rubio. Passes to Favors. He's off on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. Outside Teague. Wiggins against Ingles. Shot from 12. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. They set the pick. Favors passes to Rubio. Ingles, that's for 2. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Boy, that is not the shot they were hoping for, but they'll take the result.
The Timberwolves have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Wiggins, a screen on Rubio. Wiggins outside. Pass to Butler. Over Mitchell. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
Now, here's Rubio. Favors with the screen. Rubio against Gibson. Rubio misses. The Timberwolves shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Outside Teague. Back to Towns. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Timeout.
And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
How about the skill level of Anthony Towns? I'll tell you what, the touch inside, it's a joke how good he is.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Doris, we've heard plenty of coaches say it. If you're going to take it to the rack, man, take it strong. Who would you say are some of the more aggressive dunkers that you see in the NBA now?
Yeah, so on his own, creating his own opportunities at the rim, Russell Westbrook comes to mind, LeBron James. Sometimes I feel like he's going to tear the backboard from the stanchion. DeAndre Jordan and Andre Drummond sometimes are the recipients of either offensive rebounding, putback, great dunks. There are so many, Kev, but those are just a couple of names that pop.
And the Antetokounmpo kid in Milwaukee, the way he is so long and seemingly out of place, and then all of a sudden those arms extend another 3 feet and he dunks it. You go, what? How in the world did he reach it? How did he do that?
The guy is like, he's a pterodactyl. The guy can take off from the top of the key and cover ground and throw it down. It's unbelievable.
Woof. Man, here's Neto. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Outside Hood. Towns with the steal. Pass to Jones. Back to Towns. Timberwolves passing it around. Wiggins outside. The fadeaway. Karl Anthony Towns again. Now it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
Now that's a beautiful in-between game. Towns just so pure on that shot.
Favors with the screen. Favors sets the pick for Hood. And the rejection by Towns. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Hood. It's tipped. Udo kicks to Neto. Udo dishes to Cephalosha. Here's the screen. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Wiggins. Here's Towns. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. Talked about their keys in prepping for this game, and he said, defense is always our first priority. We don't want our shot blockers getting into foul trouble. We want them to play smart. But having those guys back there does allow our perimeter guys the freedom to play up and be aggressive. Kevin?
Good work, David. Thank you. It sounds like defense is going to be the key for them today.
And it usually is. They try to use their D to make life miserable for every opponent they play.
You're absolutely right, Greg. That suffocating defense has become a calling card. Nobody looks forward to playing this team.
Here's Hood after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Favors with the screen. Here's Neto. Another miss by Utah.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing. Jazz trail by 11. Hood, the pass to Neto. Udo kicks to Hood. On the wing, Cephalosha. He dishes it to Udo. Here's Neto, defended by Jones, and the rejection by Towns. Outside Butler, over Hood.
He plays with a lot of heart on the defensive end. Rodney Hood really using his length to disrupt the rhythm of the offensive players.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player, and if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
Cephalosha is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Udoh, and it's Neto in at the point guard. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Now here's Hood. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
Superb awareness from Rodney Hood. Outstanding at recognizing an opportunity to send a message on the jam. Well, the 6'8" lefty, Rodney Hood, such a shifty guy with the ball in his hands. Boy, does he use that hesitation to get where he wants.
One shot.
And from his time at Duke, we knew Rodney Hood could shoot with range. Doris, did you realize how well he could handle the ball?
Well, as much as I like his ability to create, I love how he protects the basketball. This guy is a low turnover guy.
Now here's Towns. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Jazz trail by 12. Neto kicks to Udoh. Hood dishes to Udoh. And there's the pass to Neto. Nice ball movement by Utah. Screen by O'Neal. Puts it up. Neto can't get it to go. Minnesota leading by 12. Outside, Jones. Muhammad on the wing. Crawford outside. Towns a screen on Hood. It's Bielitsa. No good on the triple.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Now Crawford. Following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Well, he's just having a lot of fun. When your offense is going like this young man's, Karl Anthony Towns knows no bounds.
Neto, the pass to Udoh. O'Neal kicks to Hood. Off the pick, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Oh, you love to see Rodney Hood get up for these slam dunks. How pretty is that?
Towns sets the pick for Jones. He kicks to Muhammad. The dish now to Towns. Crawford outside. Connects from three-point range.
Timeout.
Crawford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Utah calls timeout. And for all their youth and players who can get out and run, this Timberwolves team, Doris, near the bottom of the league in terms of pace.
Well, I think they want to take any easy transition scores they can get, but otherwise they're going to look to set it up because this is how Coach Tom Thibodeau has always done things. It's an offensive approach that has worked for them.
Jerebko's checked in for Utah. Burks comes in for Hood. Minnesota also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Bielitsa, and it's Teague in for Jones. Burks' shot is good.
Well, you love the cleverness of Alec Burks. My goodness, how remarkable is that into the lane and finish?
Towns, the screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Doris, what an honor. Inducted into your college's Hall of Fame, something not many of us can say. What does that kind of honor do for the confidence for you personally going forward?
You know what? Providence College is a place that means a great deal to me. So what that Hall of Fame induction did was just remind me of all the special memories that I shared with my teammates. I'm close with many of them today. And Kevin, you know this. You know, if you've ever been inside a locker room, it's those moments when you're laughing until your stomach hurts. I'd say we were the Hall of Fame fun team. That's what I'd say.
I think we're on the fun team here on 2K. Ricky Rubio checked in for Raul Neto. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, there's so much value in how Jeff Teague runs an offense. He's got great speed. He plays hard on both ends of the floor. I think any organization would be lucky to have this guy.
Now, here's Burks. And Jerebko has it in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Jerebko's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kicks it to Gibson. Back to Crawford. 16 feet away. Bucket is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Udo kicks to Rubio. Dishes it to Udo. And the rejection by Towns. Crawford passes to Towns. It's stolen by Udo. Burks with it. He feeds it to Udo. Over to the wing. Rubio dishes to Jerebko. Back to Rubio. There's a good screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Muhammad. And it comes off the front of the rim. Minnesota leading by 14. Feeds it to T. Back to Muhammad. He's off on that one. Good D by Rubio. Burks in the corner. Here is Udo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Burks, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, terrific quickness. The burst of Alec Burks looking strong inside.
T kicks to Towns, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Udo picks one up. And the depth of this Jazz team, definitely one of its strong points.
Well, I think one of the best benches in the league, certainly, and it's been a hallmark of well-run franchises. It's not just the centerpieces, but every piece that affects the final outcome.
And he knocks down the first one. And for a Jazz team that had patiently built itself into one of the top teams in the league, how tough is it, Doris, to lose a player like Gordon Hayward?
Well, it's brutal. He was their best player, an all-star, a huge blow, because you think about Utah fans who have harbored concerns historically about the team's ability to retain star talent. This will feed those doubts, Kev.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Timberwolves on defense. Here's Jerebko. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Teague. The feed now to Muhammad. 6 on the shot clock. Crawford outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Jazz trail by 14. Mitchell kicks to Rubio. Passes to Udo. There's the dish to Burks. They set the pick. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Burks has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Teague kicks to Crawford. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And Utah making a change here. Favors is checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Muhammad. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Jamal Crawford. Here's Mitchell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Favors with the screen. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Up top, Burks. Covered by Wiggins. Burks, the pass to Jerebko. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Teague dishes to Towns. Towns, the screen. Wiggins outside. Back to Towns. Just 3 to shoot. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Rubio. Favors with a screen on Teague. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Gibson with the steal. Towns against Favors. Right side Teague. Pass to Towns. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Mitchell passes to Favors. There's a good screen. Rubio dishes to Jerebko. Another miss by Utah. Timberwolves leading by 14. Butler kicks to Teague. Towns sets the pick for Teague. Tries again, and they pick up 2. And that's now 19 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Mitchell kicks to Favors. He dishes it to Burks. Favors with a screen on Wiggins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Doris, you've watched the game of basketball develop over the years, but it seems like over the past 5 seasons, there's been a real shift in what is considered a good shot. Talk about that if you could.
Well, there was a moment in last year's finals where Steph Curry is leading a transition opportunity where it's a 3-on-2, and normally you are taught, go get a layup. Well, Steph had Kevin Durant in front of him, and instead of passing to KD, he stops and shoots a pull-up 3. The three-pointer and playing with pace are the most extreme differences in this year's NBA.
The pull-up 3 really took a lot of focus, I thought, this past playoff season, didn't you?
Oh, I agree. And it's incredible the freedom that these guys have to go ahead and pull the trigger. Now, whether that's analytics-based, Kevin, or whether it's just the skill level changing of the players, that's an interesting question.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Minnesota also with the sub. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Towns. And Doris, at the end of last season, the Timberwolves debuted their rebrand plans for this season.
Well, it was the right time, I think, to keep the logo fresh, and the team did a great job. You feel as if this will be the constant look for what is a new era in Minnesota basketball.
Now here's Teague. Over Burks. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
Minnesota leading by 14. That doesn't go in either for Teague. The Jazz shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Mitchell passes to Ingles. He kicks it to Jerebko. Favors against Gibson. Favors dishes to Burks. Over Teague. Off the mark from 16 feet out. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Here's Wiggins. Ingles with the rebound.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Now here's Burks. He's got 8. They set the pick. Favors with a screen on Teague. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Well, you think about how the Utah Jazz become one of the top defenses in the league. They don't gamble for steals or deflections. It's all about staying solid and controlling the paint.
And the Jazz giving up nothing easy inside.
Well, just tremendous length on the interior. It's like they can block shots without ever fouling, and they are able to control the defensive backboards.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
A different look for Utah. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Jerebko. And Hood subbed in for Mitchell. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Jones has checked in. And Burks hits 2 free throws.
Well, you think about Tom Thibodeau as the architect of so many great defensive teams. For Minnesota, it took some time on the defensive end, but he feels like this team is starting to turn a corner on that end.
To the middle, here's Sefolosha, and the jam by Sefolosha.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Here's Jones after the basket by Utah. Shot to stop the drought. Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, Taj Gibson has built his NBA game on his ability to rebound the basketball consistently. What a great nose for it he has.
And for Thibodeau, you simply can't play for him unless you exert maximum effort on defense. Doris, he can be tough, but fair in what he demands.
Well, as long as you're willing to work hard every single day on every possession, you can play for Tom Thibodeau. This is a guy who constantly preaches the importance of the little things, and he wants proper defense to become second nature for his team.
Butler sets a screen for Jones. Gibson the screen. Off the pick. And it's off the back rim, no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. Minnesota on top, leading by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 19 points, 4 block shots, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shot's gone up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Jazz trail by 10. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. And it's Teague in at the 1. Now here's Favors. 5 to shoot. Favors with a screen on Wiggins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Towns. The Jazz haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Two.
And he makes the first.
Well, there's no doubt that last season the major downfall in most games for the Timberwolves was their struggle on the defensive end of the floor, right? Too many holes in the perimeter, couldn't get stops when they needed them.
Both shots good from the stripe. And this Minnesota roster has good defenders on it, Doris, but it's just a matter of getting all 5 players on the court to commit on the defensive end.
Right. Think about how young they have been, and focus at times can be an issue. You know, Coach Tom Thibodeau is not going to let that slip. This is a group that showed improvement as the season wore on, and they know they must be much better on the defensive end this season.
Offensive rebound. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Favors sets the pick for Ingles. The pass to Urepko. Favors with the screen. 5 on the clock. Here's the screen. Ingles, that's for 2. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Ingles has got 8 points.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Used the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
Towns, the screen. Butler kicks to Towns. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Towns has got 21 in the game.
Well, that's a spectacular pass. And for all the points and all the defense Butler provides, he's very capable as a floor general as well.
Now, here's Rubio. Lobs it up for Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
It's a real treat to watch Derek Favors finish these alley-oops. What initiative from the big man.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Here's Butler. Over Mitchell. And again, it's Minnesota.
And sometimes we've got to give credit to the Butler, refining his mid-range Jimmy, doing work.
Rubio, the pass to Favors. Kicks to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Dishes it to Mitchell. Favors with a screen on Butler. Here's Mitchell, defended by Butler. And it's Mitchell missing. Timberwolves leading by 10. Outside Teague. Feeds to Wiggins. Gibson the screen. Here's Butler. Rebound, Utah. Urebko's got his 5th rebound in this one.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Favors with a screen on Butler. Ball's knocked loose. Ingles. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That's on Jeff Teague. The Jazz have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And he can't get the first one.
And the Timberwolves, a team that is evolving how you imagine they would with Tibbs running things here. Deliberate approach on both ends of the floor and really looking to dominate the rebounding margins.
The Jazz making a switch here. Udo's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Greg, in the areas you just talked about, rebounding and pace, the Timberwolves are very much where they want to be.
Yeah, the team just looks to make the most out of their possessions and try to beat you through efficiency. They have players that can get easy transition points when the opportunity presents itself, but in general, they aren't trying to speed the game up.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him. Raul Neto's checked in for Utah. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Butler. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Neto kicks to Urebko. They set the pick. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. Muhammad, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Crawford outside. Towns sets the pick for Crawford. Jumper off the screen. There's the feed to Muhammad. Back to Towns. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Well, such work ethic. Towns brutal on the offensive glass.
Timeout.
And the Jazz call time here. Hey, Doris, Shabazz Muhammad, a player that has slid nicely into that 6th-man role, comes in looking to score, but does so in an efficient manner and can help his offense without taking too many shots.
Right, Kev. You don't find too many 6th men who will come and consistently shoot over 45%. Shabazz Muhammad has done exactly that, and it's rare to have that kind of efficiency off the bench.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 16th rebound on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Teague kicks to Gibson. Teague dishes to Gibson. It's Crawford on the wing. Makes it off the glass. Crawford's got 7 points in the game.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Here's Mitchell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one on Muhammad. The Jazz have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. Bielitsa, he checks in for Muhammad. And Mitchell drops them both.
Well, we know this about Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder. He has a wide range of coaching experience, right? He's coached at the college level, in the minors, over in Europe. And in today's game, I think that breadth of experience is invaluable.
And you talk about that experience at different levels, Doris, different leagues. How does that help a coach like Quinn Snyder?
Well, Kev, we see the NBA game constantly evolving. In a lot of ways, it's becoming more like European basketball with the floor spacing and ball movement. So that experience can help him think outside the box.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Utah with the ball, down by 12. Here's Neto. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the screen. He feeds it to Urebko. The Jazz again can't hit it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A nice shot by Teague.
Well, you simply cannot allow Jeff Teague any separation because the release is too good and too fast.
Neto, the pass to Udo. O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. And Mitchell drops them both. Timberwolves leading by 12. Teague dishes to Towns. Passes it to Bielitsa. Back to Towns. Towns is doubled. It's stolen by Udo. Here's Neto. Teague covering. In the corner, O'Neal with it. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Towns kicks to Teague. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, that's just great body control from Teague on display. He's so good at anticipating the contact and going up into it.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. A different look for Utah. Cephalosha comes in for O'Neal, and Hood subbed in for Mitchell. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Minnesota. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Jazz trail by 14. Here's Neto, looking for his first basket still in this one. Udo, the pass to Hood. And it's Bielitsa with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Rodney Hood selected with the 23rd pick in the 2014 draft by Utah. What a great pickup for the Jazz. Wow.
Well, we're talking about a 6'8" shooting guard with a high skill level. And when Rodney Hood is aggressive and confident, he can be a major impact player in the league.
And the first one drops.
I think we know this about Rodney Hood, Kev. He will play hard on both ends of the floor, and he's a lethal shooter from range.
And so he makes both from the line. Timberwolves leading by 12. Outside Teague. Out to the right wing. Towns with it. Udo picks him up. Here's Teague, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And don't be deceived by the small frame of Jeff Teague. This guy is fearless attacking the defense inside and drawing contact.
For Minnesota, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jazz trail by 14. Neto kicks to Jerebko. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now the dish to Hood. On the wing, Cephalosha. Hood, a screen on Crawford. Just 5 on the clock. Cephalosha with it. Now guarded by Towns. Cephalosha misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Teague. 10 points for him. Crawford dishes to Towns. Back to Crawford. Another miss by Minnesota. Jazz have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Hood kicks to Neto. Back to Hood. Second chance shot. Back to Neto. There's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Neto's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jones sets the pick for Teague. Pass to Towns. Over Udo. Towns, no luck. Jazz trail by 11. Hood for 3. And it's Hood again missing. Here's Bielitsa. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Hood against Teague. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup.
Kevin, how about the touch on that floater? That shot, as Teague has in his arsenal, is such an important piece to have.
Here is Udo. Here's Neto. Pass to Udo. Hood kicks to Neto. He dishes it to Urebko. Off target from 3-point range.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Towns kicks to Crawford.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Burks comes in for Raul Neto. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Bielitsa. And it's Jimmy Butler in for Jones. And he sinks the second. So it's Utah now. It's a 14-point game. Burks kicks to Udo. Hood against Teague. Off the screen. Out to Hood. And the pass to Cephalosha. Favors against Towns. Dishes to Udo. Back to Burks. He kicks it to Hood. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And that one hits back iron. Timberwolves leading by 14. Here's Wiggins. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hood kicks to Favors. Cephalosha passes to Favors. Now here is Cephalosha, guarded by Crawford. No coverage that time. 12 points for Rodney Hood.
I like to watch Rodney Hood when he gets into a good rhythm. This guy's so versatile, so creative to get a shot off.
Teague dishes to Towns. Great D that time from Favors. Jazz trail by 11. And stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
How about that? Turn defense into offense, a great steal, and Wiggins for the score.
Hood kicks to Udo. Feeds it to Burks. Hood, the pass to Udo. They set the pick. Hood dishes to Favors. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Burks' shot is good.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Crawford sets the pick here for Teague. Crawford kicks to Towns. A stupendous finish in traffic. Towns has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And so it's Minnesota enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Everybody keep shooting the ball, all right? Jumpers will go, all right? They come in flurries. You miss a couple, you make a couple, all of a sudden, bam, bam.
On to keep it fast and loose, Quinn Snyder asking his guys to stay aggressive on offense.
And you have to take the shots that the system is designed to create. If you don't, everybody gets bogged down, and that creates much bigger problems.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Utah, Joe Ingles is out there with Cephalosha. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. But they'll get another chance. There's the screen. Towns sets the pick for Teague. Kicks to Towns. Another shot.
Well, you love to see Derek Favors get active on the defensive end. He's got a big frame. He can get under the skin of those guys trying to come into his face.
Lobs it up for Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Teague. The feed now to Gibson. Back to Teague. Passes it to Gibson. The dish now to Teague. On the wing, Wiggins. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Jazz trail by 10. Now Rubio. He feeds it to Favors. Shoots over Towns. Favors can't get it to go. The Timberwolves shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Rubio against Teague. Releases. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. Mitchell, he's checked in for Alec Burks. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Gibson the screen. 5 to shoot. Teague the pass to Gibson. Over Cephalosha. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Teague.
It doesn't take a ton of time for Gibson to get that shot off. I love how aggressive he's pulling the trigger.
Favors with a screen on Teague. And here's Rubio. Favors dishes to Mitchell. Favors with a screen on Butler. Here's Mitchell. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
One shot, behind the lanes.
Minnesota leading by 9. Wiggins outside. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And that one's good by Butler.
Now, Kev, that's the explosiveness we talk about. Butler, even in traffic, draining the highly contested shot. Wow.
Now, here's Ingles. Favors with the screen. Back to Ingles. Favors sets the pick for Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cephalosha up top. And Utah, another 3.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
T kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Butler. Towns the screen. And Butler, here we go. Down low. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Don't you love how Towns' hands are always ready to receive the pass? Terrific job on the pick and roll.
Favors with a screen on Butler. Here's Mitchell, defended by Butler. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Ingles passes to Mitchell. Here's Cephalosha. A rebound by the Timberwolves. At one point, they led by 16.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
And Towns gets it to go.
On the catch and shoot, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
Now, here's Rubio. There's the screen. Cephalosha dishes to Favors. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And really, this is where efficiency matters. Value every possession.
You simply have to make smart decisions. You're only hurting yourself with these miscalculations.
Jerebko's checked in for Utah. Now, here's Teague. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko to the inside.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Teague against Rubio. Outside Teague. Here's Towns. No good on that one. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Mitchell. And stolen by Butler. Teague the pass to Wiggins. Right side, Butler. Teague kicks to Butler. Over Mitchell. The rebound by the Jazz. Favors has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Here's Mitchell. Rubio outside. Favors dishes to Ingles. Pass to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Jerebko at the elbow. Over Gibson. Jerebko can't get it to go.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
T kicks to Towns. Wiggins with it. Towns is doubled. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Not going to go that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. T kicks to Gibson. He dishes it to Wiggins. Towns against Favors. And Towns gets it to go.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Now, here's Rubio. There's the pass to Favors. Teague against Ingles. Over Wiggins. Misses off the left iron. Timberwolves leading by 15. Butler with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Outside Teague. Back to Butler. From 11 feet away. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now, here's Rubio. He kicks it to Mitchell. Favors with a screen on Butler. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. To the left side wing. Stolen. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Dishes it to Mitchell. Inside. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
Fourth foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Rubio outside. Feeds it to Ingles to the left wing. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Jerebko.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Now here's Wiggins. Kicks to Butler. Over Jerebko. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Rumors about Butler being traded from Chicago were circulating last season. Draft day comes around, and the Minnesota Timberwolves made their move, Greg, to acquire him.
Yeah, and the more you look at it, the trade looks great for Butler and the Wolves. Reunites him with Coach Thibodeau. Joins an incredibly young core in Towns and Wiggins, and the sky's the limit, I think, for this young Wolves
gentlemen,
team.
2 shots. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Butler.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
And so Butler nails both of them. And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
Here's Jerebko, and the Jazz another 3.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Towns is doubled. Gibson passes to Butler. Gibson setting a pick for Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Over Ingles. No good off the front iron.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Pass to Mitchell. Ingles dishes to Rubio. And the rejection by Towns. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Teague with the ball. Butler kicks to Teague. Poked loose. Wiggins. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
The aggressive finish inside. Andrew Wiggins beats some very good defense.
Now here's Rubio. And there's the feed to Jerebko. 2 points. That one goes. Jerebko's got 10 points in the quarter.
You know, that's inside-out basketball. Just pass out of the post to set up the jumper.
Butler passes to Teague. Gibson dishes to Butler. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Towns. Favors with the rebound. Favors got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jerebko kicks to Mitchell. The dish now to Ingles. on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
T kicks to Gibson. Outside Butler. To the paint. Towns is doubled. Back to Butler. The kick out to T. Gibson passes to Butler. Towns sets the pick for Butler. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Outside Butler. Over Urebko. Shots good from Butler. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Timberwolves.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
Now here's Butler off the screen, and again it's Minnesota.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
Here's Rubio. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's the floater. And the rejection by Towns. Favors with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Ingles. Pass to Mitchell. Favors with the screen. And another shot. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, you have become a star in this league, big part of the team. Have those expectations put more pressure on you individually?
No pressure. I think I'm gonna do what I do each and every night. I'm not gonna play well every night, but I just gotta focus on me, this team. Can't worry about the outside influences.
A real leader, Jimmy. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.